Ruckus here. Sorry I've been slack and not put up a video on the weekend, but I've been flat out with other things, including a big KV4 tutorial that will hopefully be done by the end of this week. In the meantime, to keep you occupied, I have this second of my Hold My Beer series. It's been a long wait between games for this one. These kind of games don't happen too often. The star of the show is the Hetzer, the terror of tier 4. This thing is so OP. In fact, the last two of these 7 kill games I've had have been in this thing. The first one was not recorded, but I was lucky enough to grab this one. We are on Desert Sands, tier 4 game. And this is the kind of matchup that the Hetzer thrives on. That 105mm L28 derp gun has a surprising amount of pen. 64mm for AP, 104 for heat, and 53 for HE. And with a 330 alpha damage per shot, it's more than capable of taking out poor little tier 3 light tanks just like that in one hit. Traverse, 30 degrees per second is excellent. Powder weight is also good. In fact, there is very little that the Hetzer does not do well. And that excellent performance carries on to the armour as well. Or at least the frontal armour. 60mm of both upper and lower frontal plate armour, and incredibly well sloped. 60 degrees in the upper plate and negative 35 for the lower plate. So coming up against another Hetzer, AP will not get through. You will need HE or spam some gold rounds at them, the heat rounds. So moving through Desert Sands here, we've won the open ground. The Reds have won the town. Matilda calls base defense. He better move fast because it'll take him the rest of the game to get there. We've got a SU-76 up on the hill in a sniping position. Gonna push aggressively. 820 on the hill. I try to lead him, but he's moving too fast. And I am taking fire. There is someone sitting on that far ridge who has very good camo. 3 unanswered shots, down to 158 hit points. I'm debating what to do here. I need to get to cap. If I turn my back on the SU-76, you know what he's going to do. And yep, here he comes. Luckily, the traverse of the Hetzer is fantastic. And I deal with that threat. So cap is advancing to 60%. Matilda is finally there though. And he does a good reset. SU-85B is his target. These low tier Russian tank destroyers have very little armor, and the 62mm of AP pen's more than enough for those. Behind me, that sneaky T-82 who was putting shots at me before has revealed himself. T-82 has no armor, and that's another easy kill. Why are you sitting there, PZ? Move! Too late. Low tier games. 2 left, the T-40 and what looks to be an A-20. Just trying to gently poke around. Get the first shot off, that was important. And even though it hit the upper plate, I was lucky enough to go through. It must have been a high pen roll. And now it's just myself and whatever that is. Looks like an A-20. At the time I thought it might have been, or there might have been a chance it was a Matilda. I'm still not 100% on the low tier British tank icons. I didn't want to get caught out by a Matilda in the open. 2 shots of that rapid firing high pen gun and I would be gone. So with plenty of time left on the clock, I'm going to do a reconnoiter around town and see if I can't sneak up on this guy unawares. What's this guy going to be doing? Is he playing out for a draw? If so, that'll force me to sit in the cap circle, which would be the smart move on his behalf. That would announce my presence and allow him to sneak up behind me. Or is he lying in wait? We'll find out. No, here he is. I've rudely interrupted him, sitting in a corner, shooting randomly at a wall. He's got the autocannon, which which poses absolutely no threat to the front of the Hetzer. And that polishes off the 7th kill and the game. There's nothing outrageously crazy in the post-game stats, so I'll leave it there, and I will see you at the end of the week with a proper video. Peace!